Hello everyone and happy Valentine's Day week. I have a lovely chill self-care flow for you today. So whether you are doing more of a Galentine's Day or you are having a night into yourself, this one is perfect. We are going to take it nice and slow, find a little bit of self-appreciation and time for ourselves. Get your comfiest clothes on. I've got my favourite t-shirt at the moment, Chapel Roan of course, and joggers and big socks. And we are going to hop onto the mat, starting in a comfortable seated position. So see you there. On your mat, so you can cross your legs, have the legs out in front of you. You can sit on your knees or sit on a block. It's completely up to you, don't feel like you're stuck in this position, but we are going to be here for a few minutes, just finding a little bit of that connection with the breath to begin our practice. So bringing the hands one on top of the other at the heart center. And just start to breathe into the hands. You might want to close down the eyes already. Just deepening the breath with each breath in. Breathing into the hands, and with each breath out, feeling the chest and the belly falling back and down. Soften the muscles of the face, the shoulders. Before we start, I just want you to take a moment here to dedicate your practice to maybe someone that you love. And I know that this kind of time of year, Valentine's Day, is often really focused on romantic love, but there are so many other beautiful kinds of love that are equally as worthy of our attention and our focus. So maybe you are sending and dedicating that love, that practice to your friends, to your pets or your family. Maybe you are dedicating this practice to yourself today because you are taking this time for yourself, which is so important, and showing yourself a little bit of self-love today. So just do that now. So our mantra, our intention, our sankalpa for the day is going to, or the practice, it might be for the day, but it's mostly for this practice right now, is I am enough. So on your inhale, you're going to say to yourself, I am. And on that exhale, enough. Keep that going, breathing in, I am. Exhale, enough. I am enough. Just a couple more times to yourself, feeling your hands resting at heart center. Even if you're not kind of feeling that today, just by repeating those words over and over, maybe we start to believe that ourselves. It's really hard, especially this time of year where everything is so focused on romantic love and giving and other people and giving your love to other people. Just maybe find a little time for some self-appreciation. And then release the hands away from the heart. We're just going to lock that in with a little bit of tapping. So starting at the top of the head, make gentle fists with the hands. We're going to just start to softly tap at the top of the head. Coming down to the sides of the face, maybe the forehead as well. All the way down the jaw, the neck, the chest, the front of the shoulders. Feel really nice, and then all the way down one arm to the back of the hand, and then all the way up and over to the other side. All the way back up to the chest, down to the stomach, and the hips, the quads, those big muscles. At the front of the thighs, and then down the legs to the feet. Maybe taking a moment to just tap out through the soles of the feet. Just really finding that physical connection with the body. It kind of helps to bring us into the present moment as well as focusing in on the breath. And we're going to come all the way back up. Maybe up the back this time. Sometimes feels quite nice just to really kind of go for it. The lower back, the muscles, either side of the spine. And then all the way up the ribs, all the way up the back of the neck. And then lastly, meeting all the way up again at the crown of the head. Reaching the arms all the way up, all body stretch the palms away. And then exhale, we twist over to the right side. Inhale, lift up through the spine, and exhale, twist. Come all the way back to center, reach arms up, exhale, other side, twist to the left. And then swing this right hand back to meet the left, interlace the hands back behind you, roll the shoulders back, open through the heart space. And as you exhale, round the spine, chin to chest, knuckles forwards, pressing the hands forwards and away from the body. Break the arms open, reaching forwards, come into a tabletop position. Just find some time here to take a couple of cat-cows, and you can take whatever variation you want to. You might want to find a little bit of creative, fluid movement here today. Maybe bending the elbows as you inhale, as you exhale. Maybe dropping the bum down towards the heels, really kind of exaggerating that movement. Maybe finding kind of a circular rotation through the belly, and then not going in the other direction. And then coming all the way back to center. We're going to walk the hands forwards, dropping the forehead and the chest down towards the floor into puppy pose. Sit bones up towards the sky, try and lengthen through the backs of the legs. From here, drop the hips all the way down, coming all the way down into Sphinx pose. So elbows underneath the shoulders. Pressing the floor away, lifting, opening through the chest. Nice and proud through the chest here. Feel like you're pulling the hands or pulling the floor gently towards you. And feel like you're trying to get the chest towards the hands as well, finding that opposition in this stretch. From here, we're going to take the left hand across over towards the right. Bend the right knee. Foot coming in towards you. Grab a hold of the foot if you can, drawing the heel down towards the glutes. And you might want to stay up on this hand, or you can kind of come down to rest to the forehead,
down onto that hand, just finding a gentle stretch through the quad, the front of that thigh. Keep the breath going. And then gently release, switching sides, so come back into that Sphinx pose first. We're going to take the right hand across and then bend the left knee in. Hands come back to that foot, gently guide the heel down towards the bum. And you can stay up on this forearm or maybe kind of make a pillow with the forearm and rest your head down. And then release that leg all the way back to join the right. Hands underneath the shoulders. Press all the way back into a child's pose, just for a couple of breaths. Take a big breath in through the nose. And exhale gently out through the mouth. Letting the chest and the armpits draw down towards the mat. And gaze forward, we're going to roll through into a tabletop position again. Bring the knees back in line with the hips. Tuck the toes under, lift the hips all the way up into downward facing dog. Take a pedal out through the feet here, find any movement that feels good. Really deep bend in one leg and then the other. You might want to kind of draw the chest a little bit more towards the thighs with each bend, really exaggerating that movement again. And then bring the toes together, bring the right leg up to the sky. We're going to bend that right knee, bring the heel down towards the bum, and trying to bring the knee up towards the sky. Keep pressing down into that left heel. From here, we're going to bring the right knee to the back of the right wrist, drop the shin down, coming into pigeon pose. Walk that left leg back. Nice. From here, open the chest. If you can, we're going to interlace the hands back behind the body, roll the shoulders open, inhale, and exhale, walk the hands forwards, forehead down. You can bring a block or a pillow underneath the forehead here, really whatever feels good for you. We're going to hold it here for about 5 really deep rounds of breath. From here, come all the way back up. We're going to swing the left leg around to the front so that the right sole of the foot is to the inside of the left thigh. Inhale, lift and lengthen, and exhale, fold forwards. Again, find that kind of self-awareness, self-love here. You can find a bit of softness, maybe in that left knee. Rounding the spine forwards. On an inhale, roll back up. Place the right hand down by your side. Sweep the left arm down and up. Squeeze the hips forward. Reach the left arm back. Open the chest. As you exhale, come all the way down. We're going to bend into the right knee, so the right sole of the foot comes down to the floor, and then step it over the top of that left leg. From here, swim the right fingertips back behind you, hug that right knee in. This is where I forget my lefts and rights. As you inhale, really lift up through the spine. You can be up on the back fingertips here if that feels a bit easier. And then as you exhale, maybe twist a little bit more. Maybe taking the gaze back behind you as well. And then come all the way back to center. Help that leg across. We're going to come forwards and all the way back into downward facing dog. Bringing the right leg, so the same leg up towards the sky. Again, maybe finding a wild thing here. So bending into that top leg, we might stay here. We might step that foot all the way back behind, lifting the right arm up and reaching the right arm back. I've been struggling with a little bit of a wall blocking issue here, but that's fine. I work with the space that you have. And then exhale, bring it all the way back down, toes together, knees out wide into a child's pose. Big breath in through the nose and let it go. On an inhale, roll back up, tabletop position, make your way into downward facing dog once again. From here, left leg lifts up, three-legged dog, bend that top leg. So the heel is coming down towards the bum. We're almost trying to open the hips towards the left side, finding that opening through the lower body. And then bring the left knee forwards, drop the shin down, coming into pigeon pose. Walk that right leg back. Inhale here, roll the shoulders back. If you can, interlace the hands back behind you, roll the shoulders back. And exhale, bring the hands forward into pigeon pose. Again, we're going to be here for about 3 really deep rounds of breath. And then walk the hands back towards you. Swing this right leg all the way around in front. Sole of the left foot to the inside of that right thigh. Lengthen the spine as you inhale and as you exhale, fold forwards. Again, we can take a bend in this knee if you want to here. Rounding through the spine. Rolling all the way back up. Left hand plants down. Right arm, reach it up and back into a wild thing variation. Squeezing the hips forwards. And then as you exhale, come all the way back down onto the bum. Sole of the left foot down this time. Cross it over the top of that right thigh. We're going to take a twist, hugging that knee in towards the body, left fingertips back behind you. Inhale, lift and lengthen, and exhale, maybe twist a little bit more. Unravel. Help that left leg off. We're going to rock forward, make our way all the way back into that downward facing dog. One last time, left leg lifts. Bend into that top leg. You can either stay here in split dog or step it all the way back into wild thing. Press the hips up towards the sky. Reach that left hand back behind you. Exhale, we come all the way down this time to sit onto your bum. You might want to shuffle around to face the front again. Soles of the feet down onto the mat. Thread the arms underneath the legs and forehead down towards the knees. Just take a moment here, hugging the knees in, hugging the legs in towards you. Breathing into the back of the body. Coming back to that mantra of I am enough. With each breath in, I am, and each breath out, enough. I am enough. Rolling all the way back up. Take the soles of the feet together, knees out wide. Just take a moment here, giving the feet a little bit of a massage out. I absolutely love doing this. So our feet are often a little bit neglected, so it is time for a little bit of self-care, self-love, and we need to show our feet some appreciation. So just take a moment here, giving the feet, the ankles, whatever feels good, a little bit of a massage out. And then we might want to do the same with the wrists, the hands, just feeling again into that connection with our body, squeezing all the way up the arms. And then all the way back down to the feet. Breathing in and exhale, fold. Maybe take a little bit of a roll from side to side. On an inhale, roll all the way back up. Hugging the knees in again. We're just gonna end the practice here with a little hug in, a little moment to appreciate ourselves, appreciate how we have found a little bit of movement in our day, which is always magical. We have focused on the breath, we have taken some time out for ourselves, and maybe you're gonna continue that, make yourself a lovely cup of tea or hot chocolate or something, grab yourself some treats. And I thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed this self-care, self-love flow. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. I am sending and dedicating my practice and my love to you today. Thank you, and I will see you next time on the mat.